you know, if you're not good enough, you're not good enough. You can always do something else, but you can't ever think that. You've got to say, look, I'm going to be a jockey and I'm going to be the best, because otherwise it won't work. My name's Sebastian Woods, I'm 19 years old, I'm an apprentice jockey to Richard Fahey in North Yorkshire. To be a jockey, I say you can't go in it half-assed. You know, there's no way to look around it. You can't go 50-50, it's always 100 or nothing, you know. I was playing a lot of sport and I was doing all that, and then I was realising, you know, if I wanted to be a jockey, which is what I wanted all my life, you know, I'd have to start, you know, picking. You have to put 100% in, and you can't think at one moment that maybe it's not right. You have to throw everything at it. Just about to turn 13, I think, I started riding out at a racing yard, just riding the hack, so nothing special, but I kind of fell in love with it straight away, you know. From then onwards, everything was aimed at being a jockey, you know. It was never, I might be a jockey or anything. It was always, I am going to be a jockey. I put everything I've got into keeping myself fit and getting myself down and, you know, working hard and grafting and trying to get myself into the business. Even though I do love it, it's a lovely place to be. I actually think there's less opportunities for apprentices down south. The yards that will give you opportunities, there's about 30-something apprentices, and you're almost fighting all over the same bit. I was with Paul Edry down south, down in Newmarket, and he said, you know, you should come to Fahey's. It's a great place for apprentices, you know, he's really good with them. He's not afraid to put them up on horses and he treats them well. Apprentices that come out of Fahey's, they always seem to be, you know, good jockeys, you know. So obviously I got an opportunity to come up here, grabbed it with two hands and haven't looked back since.
Yeah, well look, I would know Seb's father and uncle very well. I'd ridden with his uncle. Seb's father, Wendell Woods, rode for years, and I know they were quite keen for him to come here, but he's done extremely well, you know, he's progressing nicely. His uncle, Sean Woods, we were jump jockeys together. You can tell now we're retired, we're very cuddly jump jockeys, ex-jump jockeys. But no, look, I've known the family for a long time now, you know.
The one that holds a special place in my heart, probably Monica Rose. She's one of Dr. Malwine Kukash's horses, which is the grey and gold star colours, and I had my first winner on her at Doncaster last year. So it was absolutely pouring it down, bottomless ground. It was a nice race, you know, and I was riding for a big owner for the yard, and to be honest, I never went into it saying, oh, it might win. I had this little feeling inside, like, this is going to be my first winner, I can feel it. And sure enough, you know, it came to the 2 pole and she was still travelling, and I was like, it's going to win. And, you know, I went past the line and just, it was a lot of relief, you know, because I'd gone 7 rides without a winner. And, you know, everyone was saying, oh, look, you might get your winner today, you might get your winner. So the first bit was like relief, and then it was just joy, you know. And I just remember, you know, being absolutely over the moon about it. And, you know, I think I didn't come down from that buzz for about a good 3 weeks.
Monaco Rose towards the far side has hit the front. Monaco Rose is kicked on by a couple of lengths. In second place, Giving Chase is Canny Style, followed by Albert Boy. Arrowtown hasn't picked up Lapito de Vega from the back. Inside the final half, Monaco Rose driven out by Sebastian Woods. Monaco Rose in front, and Monaco Rose will go on to score.
There's nothing better than the winning feeling. When you go across that line in first place, always want to win, and always hopefully, you know, give every horse a chance of winning. In February, I got a great opportunity to represent England in the Rivets Cup, which is kind of like a point system of 3 races, and you have a jockey representing different countries. So, like, obviously I was representing UK, and we had 2 boys from Ireland, and 1 girl from France, and then a few from Italy and Germany and Spain, and obviously, you know, Europe. And I managed to get a nice win, a 2nd place and a 3rd place, so it put me at the front, and I won it. So I won the whole thing, which was really, at the time, you know, it was a very big thing for me. So yeah, it was a great experience as well, just to get overseas, you know, and ride a few nice horses. At the moment, I'm just concentrating on getting the experience and improving every day. I lost my £7 claim towards the start of this year, and I've seemed to be got the ball rolling quite nicely. You know, I'm getting a nice amount of winners and I'm getting a nice amount of rides, and I feel like I'm improving with every ride, and every mistake I make I seem to be focusing on it and getting it sorted out with like help from obviously the boss and help from the lads I live with, and you know, trainers and my dad. You know, so I've got an endless amount, and the jockeys as well. You know, I've got an endless amount of people just helping me and getting me through it. But you know, hopefully, I'm just gonna not have a massive plan, but I just want to improve every single day. You know, every ride I just want to keep improving and keep getting better. Once you've ridden your 95 winners, they classify you as prepared. You know, prepared to be a professional, prepared to be self-employed. And if you ride your claim out too quickly, you find it's very hard to get going because you start making them mistakes. And you know, I'd love to be a champion apprentice. But you know, if it's not to be, it's not to be. You know, I'd rather get as much experience as I can. You know, and then aim to be champion jockey. So we'll see what happens.